Good morning, everybody. Doug DeBlasio, Century 21 Selling Paradise, your full service realtor down here in sunny Cape Coral, Florida. So, here's my monthly video in regards to the statistics and things that are happening down here. I wanted to address something that I received from a couple good friends of mine out in the Chicago market. Erica, George, thank you very much for sending me that content. Um, if you're looking for a great realtor out in the Chicago market, George is the man. Get a hold of me for his information. If you're looking for your match made in heaven, Erica's the girl. Get a hold of me for either your information if you're looking to buy something or find the love of your life. I guarantee they can help you out. So in regards to what's happening down here, they sent me a video of a gentleman who is bashing on the amount of inventory down here in Cape Coral, Florida. He said Cape Coral, Florida like 100 times in the video, trying to make a statement. Unfortunately, a lot of people are putting out content with some kind of agendas or whatever or what have you. What I wanted to do is combat the misinformation because I actually do this. I'm actually here. My business is actually thriving right now, and just kind of let you know what really is happening and more importantly, tell you why. So what seems to happen is that when something happens in our state, in our city, in our country, in this world, everybody picks a side and everybody freaks out at the actual thing that's happening instead of looking at the cause. That's the most important thing because if you don't understand what the cause is, you can't speak to it correctly. And if you don't know what the cause is, it's kind of hard to correct it, right? So the thing is that is swelling down here is the inventory. So let's look at the last couple years in a nutshell, okay? So we had times here when the rest of the country was having issues. We were insulated down here. There's people coming to Florida on a daily basis. Okay, this is a coveted place because of the low taxes for the income purposes, because of the fact that you can go outside 365 days a year and literally do something on the water, on the golf course, bars, restaurants, farmers markets. There's always something happening, festivals, music venues, whatnot, and anybody can chime in here and put some of their information to the things that they like to do down here in Florida because there's always something happening. It's a great place. But if that's happening day after day after day after day after day, okay, and then we go through the thing that we were happening with the low interest rates, that's going to drive that number up, right? So therefore, there's more people coming down here. What was the issue? The issue was inventory. Okay, so we didn't have enough inventory to handle the amount of people coming here. Basic supply and demand, right? So what do you do if you're a builder in Florida? You turn up the heat. So you start building, building, building. You put plans in place so in order to build the homes so you can keep up with the supply or the amount of people that are moving down here so you can capitalize. That's called good business. That's how you do. So that's what the builders did down here. And for the last couple of years, they've been cranking it up. Well, as you know, you can't just build a house in a day. It takes some time. So for the time that it took them to get their plans in place, for the time it took them to get used to the supply chain issues that we were having and have that all corrected, all of that started happening. They started building tons of houses. Currently down here, we're probably sitting at about 30% of new construction in Cape Coral, Florida. Okay, you add that to the fact that we had a hurricane down here. Depending who you ask, it was essentially a Cat 5 hurricane. For insurance purposes, I can't say this and be 100% sure about it, but I believe they said it wasn't a Cat 5 because of insurance purposes. Regardless of the fact, the damage that hurricane did and the fear that it imposed on a lot of people was pretty tremendous, okay? So the amount of people that were coming here slowed down a little bit because of the hurricane, because you know how the media is and the fear mongering, and there's something poor in every place, there's something bad in every place that could scare you off. Well, that hurricane was intense, okay? So it has scared some people and slowed them coming down. Again, everybody has short-term memory, and we didn't have a hurricane this year, and they'll pick back up and start coming back. It's too nice down here not to. The amount of people that were here that experienced it and had tremendous damage because of it have all that fixed. So going through the process of the insurance claim and then finding contractors and then getting supplies in order to get your home fixed the way that you want it and find someone that's credible to do it, again, takes time. So you add all of these factors all together at the same time. The builders with their inventory picking up, the lower amount of people coming here because of interest rates, because of a disaster that we had in this area, and the amount of people putting homes on the market repaired from the hurricane. And then let me add one more factor, the equity. So many people had equity in their home down here. So all four of these things are culminating together to build us inventory, okay? So right now we're sitting at 10 months of inventory. Is that a lot? Yes. Figuratively speaking, that's a ton. I believe that's one of the higher marks here in Cape Coral. It's a growing area. It's never been this high as far as the amount of people here. It's never been this high as far as the amount of value in homes. Within the last 3 weeks, we've gone from 410 to 421 to 430, $430,000 for your average home down here in Cape Coral, Florida. If you notice, that's appreciating. Everything is going to continue to grow as far as value-wise. The inventory is high right now. There's a lot of choices out there. So it's taking longer for buyers to make a decision on what home they want to purchase. So therefore, we're up to about 60 days on market. All right, that sounds like a long time, but from some of the realtor professionals that I deal with that have been doing this for 20, 30 years, that's not out of control. That's a little more normal. That's a little more balanced. It takes time for people to make life-changing decisions. All right, it's not a laptop that you're purchasing. This is $400,000 or $500,000 house. So it takes a long time to pick through the inventory, added to the other things that I spoke about earlier, and that's the reason why things are a little bit slower. But the values are still there. Southwest Florida is still Southwest Florida. It's 80 degrees today and super sunny out. It's going to be all week going forward. Chances are it's always going to be like that. So tell me where it is where you live right now, and tell me where, if you would rather be here where it's 80 degrees and sunny. Not for everybody, I understand that, but you know how many people that is for? You know how many people are going to get back on that horse and keep coming this way? So Southwest Florida is going to be fine. So for those of these people out there putting the content out, trying to bury something for whatever their own personal reasons are, it's not really what's happening down here. Again, if you're looking for a good realtor in the Midwest, or if you're looking to find your match, I've got a hookup for both of you out there. Get a hold of me. Please comment down in the section down here if you agree, disagree, if you work down here and you have another take on this perspective. I mean, it's great for us to share information and to talk about it in a realistic and respectful way. That's what we're supposed to do. Most of the people putting out this content, though, the reason why I had to put this video out is they're not even here. They're not even practicing real estate. They just doing what a lot of people do, which is run their mouth. So that's what's happening here. Thanks for spending a little bit longer than usual with me, but I felt like this was an important thing to address, to make you guys aware of the cause of what's happening and the reason why it is what it is. Thank you for spending the time with me today. If you have questions, you know how to get hold of me. Have a great day.